Hi, I'm Jérémy.
And I'm Ben.
Together we are 15 degrees north.
Today we're going to show you the sights and sounds of Holland. Holland is a region of the Netherlands which contains about a third of the country's population and includes its three biggest cities.
We will cover Amsterdam in another video because on this trip we explored Rotterdam, The Hague and the low-lying Dutch countryside, most of which is being reclaimed from the sea using a remarkable network of dykes and windmills.
We started at one of the country's most beautiful spots, Kinderdijk, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Built at the confluence of two rivers, these 19 windmills were built in 1740 to drain the nearby land of water.
With most of its land below sea level, the Netherlands has spent centuries battling against the waters of both the sea and its rivers in an attempt to reclaim as much arable land as possible.
And if you think about it, it's remarkable that it's had such utilitarian infrastructure for so long.
If only large-scale infrastructure projects nowadays were as pretty as these gorgeous windmills. The Netherlands was historically divided by the Zuide Zee, a large inlet of the North Sea. But in the 20th century, large portions of land were reclaimed from it and the sea turned into a lake.
The fishing village of Marken used to sit on an island in the sea. Nowadays, it sits on a peninsula in the lake.
Across the water is Vollendam, a suburb of which is called Edam, named after the cheese.
No, the cheese was named after the town, you fool.
Everything that you think Holland will look like, it actually does look like.
Well, I haven't seen anyone wearing clogs there.
I'm actually wearing some right now.
Next, we headed to Zaanse Schans, or that's how I believe it's pronounced.
Sitting in the suburbs of Amsterdam, it was somewhat overrun with tourists, and we couldn't help but think that this was the hotspot for visitors to the city who wanted to see some authentic Dutch windmills without straying too far from the city.
There are plenty of windmills there, but we much preferred Kinderdijk.
Next, we headed to The Hague, and not because we were on trial for war crimes.
We visited at the end of December, so we were short on light.
But we didn't let that stand in our way. We actually found it to be quite the smart city, with a large city centre with plenty of landmarks sitting beneath striking skyscrapers.
And I love a city that manages to get that balance right between old and new, and they manage that in The Hague really well.
Delft is well worth a visit, even if it bucketed it down with rain when we were there.
The home of Baroque painter Vermeer is a picture-perfect Dutch town just outside Rotterdam. Our final stop is Rotterdam itself.
The second city of the Netherlands, Rotterdam is Europe's largest seaport.
Crowded around its vast network of canals, quays and waterways, there isn't much left of the historic city that dates back to the 13th century.
And why is that, Jérémy?
Well, the Nazis. Again, unfortunately, Rotterdam was completely destroyed in the Blitz, with almost the entire city centre flattened and burned by bombs dropped by the Luftwaffe on the 14th of May 1940.
The city was so heavily bombarded that the individual fires across the city became a firestorm, killing 900 people, wiping out 642 acres of the urban centre and destroying 25,000 homes, 2,000 shops, 62 schools and 24 churches.
Rebuilt between the 50s and the 70s, modern Rotterdam looks significantly different than it used to.
And that is the understatement of the century. let's play a game. On 3, we're both going to say our favourite thing about Holland.
Okay.
Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. The houses.
architecture.
Oh, that's basically the
That's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty close.
Okay, and then on 3 again, it's going to be our least favourite thing about Holland.
Yeah, I think we're
Okay.
the same. We're going to have the same.
What do you think? Okay. 1, 2, 3. The price. Yeah.
The price.
It's actually really expensive here.
Yeah.
Not Sweden prices.
No.
Not quite Scandinavia, but
It's Europe. But,
it's people
Not
here clearly spend a lot, earn a lot as well, but spend a lot.
Part of the rebuilding of the city centre included this quite remarkable district, known as the Cube Houses, and designed by renowned Dutch architect Piet Blom.
Things are a bit topsy-turvy in the Netherlands.
Based on the idea of living as an urban roof, the houses sit on hexagonal pylons above shops on street level.
The cube of a conventional house has been tilted sideways, with the idea that this unusual shape optimises space on the inside.
Most of the houses are still inhabited today, but one has been opened as a museum, and the interior has been maintained in the style in which it was built back in 1972.
And it really does feel like stepping back in time.
Rotterdam is most famous for the bridges that span its vast harbour.
We were there for New Year's Eve, when there is usually a striking firework display on the Erasmus Bridge.
However, the weather got in the way once again, with high winds preventing the official display.
But that didn't stop the locals from letting off their own unofficial display all around us.
No, seriously, they let off fireworks off from their hands in the crowds right next to us, all night.
It was surreal, dangerous, and beautiful, and I've never felt so alive.
Alright, bit much. Thanks for watching,
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
and follow us on Instagram at 15 degrees north.
Make sure to tune in to our next video to see where in the world we end up next.
See ya!
Bye!